Hello, so this is part 2 of the Judyhopsl0ver video I posted a little while ago. This video is going to fix mistakes I have made in the past and also delve into the things that I had missed in the previous part, but that will be at the end of the video. Anyways, don't forget to like, subscribe, and yeah, please enjoy. Sketchy is here, it's sketchy, ooh, sketchy. Jumping straight into the deep end, the video after the crumble cookie one is pretty crazy. Nick is saying that he has decided to stop posting anything related to Zootopia. However, in the background of the video, you can hear beeps. The beeps are Morse code. Watch and listen.
Hi all. I have some very difficult news to share. I have decided that, effective immediately, I am going to stop posting about Zootopia-related things, including Judy Hops. I know that this may come as a shock and disappointment to a lot of you, and this kind of makes my name make no sense. I just think that this is in the best interest of me and my digital footprint and my future career. So from this point on, I'm going to be trying to find ways to post some more normal content. I hope that if you followed me for my Judy Hops related content, you can find a way to look past this vacancy and continue following. If not, it's been an incredible journey. Thank you guys for understanding. I think this is just what's in the best interest for me right now. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Here, it's saying SOS over and over again. Okay, not only as the previous one, but also as the crumble cookie video as well. In the video, it's another dark screen with nothing there except the sound of crickets chirping, and later in the video, an odd mechanical breaking news! Within the video that you have just watched, I have gotten information wrong! Recently, while editing the video, I have found out that that is not the sound of mechanical whirring or mechanical robot metal sounds. It is actually a sound effect that I found recently on YouTube, which comes from a Wendigo. Now, you can tell me which one is which, and just listen to them side by side, but I believe that it's the same sound. Now, not only is that the Wendigo, but that also proves a future theory that is coming up within this video. Stay tuned to look at that. Now, if you are confused by what a Wendigo is, don't worry, I'm here to explain it to you. A Wendigo, is often said to be a malevolent spirit, sometimes depicted as a creature with human-like characteristic, which possesses human beings. It is said to cause its victims a feeling of insatiable hunger, the desire to eat other humans, and the propensity to commit murder. In some representations, the Wendigo is described as a giant humanoid with a heart of ice, whose approach is signaled by a foul stench or sudden unreasonable chill. To add to my eventual theory, which I will show this part again, the Wendigo is described as having an insane amount of enhanced speed and an insane amount of enhanced strength. So, just keep that in mind. Within the next video, it's an odd one, not gonna lie. You know what? Just watch it. So I have a small theory on what this is. As you know, in the previous video, there were cricket sounds and then odd machine noises. In this video, there are crickets but no machine noises. So, what if the Nick we're seeing in this video is a robot? Who knows? I sure don't. One day later, June 23rd. In this next video, Nick's sister is present, holding the camera and talking. She reports that she's been getting messages pouring in from her friends telling her that Nick is uploading on his account. She later says that the FBI reached out and told her of her brother's, Nick's, death.
Hi, everyone. I haven't been on here since my last upload, and I really thought that that would be the last upload to this platform. I've just been getting messages from my friends just pouring in, telling me Nick is uploading on Judyhopsl0ver, Nick is uploading on Judyhopsl0ver. And of course, I'm thinking that literally the FBI reached out and told me, informed me of my brother's death, informed my family of my brother's death, and we haven't seen heads or tails of him since. But lo and behold, I log on to this, and Nick is on here. So somehow Nick is uploading on here, and I want to know the truth. And I've been seeing Instagram messages, seeing these messages from people, from fans, saying that he's been sighted in Nevada. And I just want to find my brother. I want to find my brother, and I want to bring Nick home.
She also says that none of her family have seen or heard anything from him since that day, and on Instagram, she has been getting messages that he's been sighted in Nevada. What is in Nevada?
The Walt Disney Corporation corroborated with the U.S. government to kidnap me.
Area 51. Now, I'm not saying that he's a clone or a robot, but okay, changing the tide a bit here and veering off of Nick, we're going over to his friend, Marina. On this video here, we can see them crying over Nick dying. Look at this screenshot talking about how much they loved him and how they can't believe that he's gone. Now, we're going back in time to show Marina's connection to Nick. Back in May, we can see Nick appear in a video made by Marina. If we go up 2 videos, we can see a video of Nick. Take a look.
Okay, as funny as I think it is to see my face on some of my older videos next to slime pop up on my For You page, this is just a reminder that those accounts that are reposting my old content next to slime, those aren't the real accounts. It has to stop. You should be following this one because this is where the actual original content comes from.
Is that the guy who's obsessed with Judyhopsl0ver from Zootopia?
Then Nick says,
Is that the person who's autistic?
That's a step too far, Nick.
The next video by Marina 6 days later shows them at the Chicago O'Hare International Airport. We have no idea where they're going, but we do know they're going somewhere. Maybe. They never really specified. The next day, Marina posts this.
TikTok, I need your help to find my friend Judyhopsl0ver69, also known as Nick. I'm one of Nick's best friends, I'm also his roommate, and right now I'm in our apartment trying to search for him now that I know that he's not dead, but this is the last place I saw him. For proof, this is us in this very apartment in this exact spot a few months ago before he went missing. While searching in his bed today, I found this on top of the covers. As you can see, it says, "Find me," in really weird letters. I don't know what's going on, I just want my friend back. Listen, we all love Nick, we all just want him, and I know somewhere very deep down, Nick really wants me to help him back to safety. So just use the hashtag #FindJudyHopsl0ver69.
So, there is a lot to unpack here. First of all, the ransom note, it says, "Find me," and from the previous video on Nick's account, we can see that he has been spotted somewhere in Nevada. A small bit later, they say this.
Somewhere very deep down, Nick really wants me, too.
There's a lot to say about this. After Marina says this, they stop talking and stare off for a bit until they say,
"Help him back to safety," so just use the hashtag #FindJudyHopsl0ver69.
After they're done with that part, they change their personality. Marina starts to smile and almost seems to laugh a little bit, but still, really interesting. Back to Nick. After all of the things we said with Marina happened the same day, almost, with this video. In this video, we can see a large letter P with alarms in the background, and if you brighten the image, you can see Nick's face. Not well, but still. And still, the same day, he posts another video in full light where we can see his face. He says that he learned how to make a word search. He also seems nervous. In the video, he says that he needs us to follow a few rules. Number 1, there are 15 words in the word search puzzle. Rule number 2, you need to put these 15 words in a very specific order. And when you put them all in the order they... Now, I have done this puzzle, and well, it's pretty interesting. But what I do think it says is, been taken hostage, can't escape Area 51, don't trust my roommate, monster replace me. So, as we have seen before, Marina acts scared for Nick. In this video, we can see that they're just not really caring about Nick. In the video just shown, you can see that Marina is dancing to a song that I will not show because of the copyright. But the same day, they post another video where they're recapping everything that happened in the previous Marina video I showed you. They're acting pretty nervous about what's happening to Nick, and at the end of the video, we can see this. We can see that Marina seems to stop recording and another video starts in darkness. But if you listen closely, you can hear the same alarm sound that Nick had in his own video. Okay, so in the next video, on the same day, we can see Marina with bunny ears on. With this video here, we can understand some things already. The caption is, "I love bunnies," and Nick reposted the video. Deeper into the video, we can see Marina smile, stop smiling, and then start to smile again. Almost as if they're thinking of something. Now, what do you think they could be thinking of? I think it's Nick. In a video posted on the same day as the last 3 videos from Marina, we can see that Nick duetted the recap from Marina with just the word "don't" on the left side. Then, on the same day, Nick posts a video wearing a shirt that says, "I have committed several crimes." And while I love the shirt, if you look at in the background, you can see 2 things. A big "trust" on the wall and a smaller piece of paper. I believe is saying, "Need a hint? Ask Jake Shane." And Jake Shane is another TikTok creator, and in one video posted on the 25th of June, Nick also reposted that video. Now, the video is pretty basic. There's nothing in the video giving clues or hints or anything, but in the comments, we can clearly see Nick saying, "Tell them, Jake." And Jake replies, "Marina." Okay, now, if you mix all of the words of all of the videos together that I previously said, it clearly says, "Don't trust Marina." With this, you can see Marina standing near the woods and a tree then see them fall to their knees, while holding the bunny ears we saw a while ago in another video by Marina. Next is their bio of the video. In the bio, there's binary code, and when you decode it, it clearly says, "I love you, Nick." On the 25th, once again, a video was posted on Nick's page. To sum it up, Nick was revealing too many secrets, and someone decided to just stop him from doing anything about it by turning everything off and hiding him. They also said that people needed to stop looking for Nick altogether. In fact, they say that it will put him and the viewers who are looking for him in grave danger. Okay, so in a newer video posted not only on Nick's account, but also on Marina's, it shows Marina actually being the one behind all the calls.
Nick really wants me.
Help desk name is Ashley. How can I assist you today?
Hi, my name is Nick, and I'm just going to ask, do you know anything about the Judyhopsl0ver animatronic?
Hi, yes, this is Kimberly with Walt Disney. How can I help you today?
Hi, this is Nick, also known as Judyhopsl0ver69's.
Good afternoon, this is Kimberly with Walt Disney. Can I ask who I'm speaking with?
Hey, I'm so glad you made time to see me.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure if we actually have an appointment.
How's
Can I
life?
ask who I'm...
Tell me, how's your family? We small talk about work and the weather. Your guard is up, and I know why.
I'm sorry, am I speaking with Nick?
Maybe?
We will be in contact very soon.
It starts with darkness, nothing there until we hear sounds of birds chirping, then we can see Marina and sunlight on their face. They sit up and open their phone and then go onto TikTok and they start to scroll, showing Nick's videos. When they're about to scroll, they show another video of Marina being the person that Nick calls in all of his Calling Disney or Calling Unnamed Companies videos, and that's pretty crazy. At the end of the video, in the captions, there's a language there, and it turns out to be Portuguese. It says, "I can't help, my dear." But do you know what else there is in the video? Morse code. And guess what it says? No. Now, I have a small idea what this could mean. Maybe it's connected with the Jake Shane thing, but then again, I don't really know. It could be saying, "Don't trust Marina," and then Marina saying, "No, like, do trust me," or something. I don't know.
Okay, I just got my phone back, but I don't know how much time I have. I need everyone to know that I am alive, but in grave danger. My current address is 353 North General Street, Lincoln County, Nevada. I need everyone to know that my ex-roommate is behind this, okay? They kidnapped me and... Oh, fuck.
Nick.
Okay, I'm going to show you this next video, then we're going to go into what it is, really. Now, I can't find the address or anything, but comments are saying that it's an inn or a detention center, so let's just say that's what it is. The next thing Nick says is that he wants everyone to know that his ex-roommate is behind all of it, everything. Next that happens is the sound of a door opening, then Nick running and hiding in a closet. The last thing we hear is Nick calling out to... Next thing that happens is the sound of a door opening, then Nick running and hiding in a closet. The last thing we hear is Marina calling out to Nick. The next video is a darkness showing only Nick's face, but only a small bit. The things he's saying is like he's gonna die. Have a looky dookie!
I don't know if this message is gonna get out there, but if it does, I want my family to know that I love them, and I want everyone to know that Marina is behind this, okay?
In this vid near the end, we can hear footsteps, and that's probably Marina. At the end, it shows a date, 6/30/24, the 30th of June. The same day, another video is posted, and this time it's daytime. Nick is running and then gets to a fence. He grabs it and shakes the fence, but then turns around to see nothing. He looks around a bit, then to see the mask of his Judyhopsl0ver suit. This is the final video.
Okay guys, I ran all the way to Brooklyn from Nevada. I'm on some random person's rooftop. I don't want to jinx it, but I honestly think I made it. I don't really see how Marina can find me up here. I mean,
I'll always find you.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Marina, please, no, not the...
The finale is pretty insane. Here we can see that Nick thinks that Marina can't find him up on the rooftop in Brooklyn, which he ran to all the way from Nevada. After he says that, we can see hands on Nick. Then we can see him being pushed to the edge of the roof. Then there's a cut, and we see Nick on the ground, on the sidewalk, laying there. Probably? Then we see a hand presumably from Marina, then the hand waves to the body on the ground. While you may think all of that was the end, it isn't. There's more from Marina. First of all, apparently their name is actually Abigail, and then there's this video here. Now, I have no idea what is happening here. I think they're getting arrested for possibly killing Nick. Also, on the 30th, there was a video posted by Marina called The Confession. It's an 8-minute long video, and I'm going to give you a time statement here to tell you when it's over so you can skip it if you don't want to watch it.
It is June 30th, 2024, 12:42 p.m. My legal name is Abigail Wester, and I hereby confess to all and any misdemeanors, crimes, and felonies made in the name of Nicholas Sala against the Walt Disney Corporation. My father was a brilliant scientist employed by the government to do experiments that aren't of the natural kind. And when he ran out of test subjects, he turned to me, his daughter. My father did things that I will not state in this video, but I will say that it broke me. When I reached college age, I decided that I had had enough, and I ran away from my home into the only thing that ever made me happy, the Walt Disney Corporation. When I was a child, I used to visit Walt Disneyland in California, and I remember it would make me smile so much to see everyone having fun. I wanted to be a part of the magic myself. And so when I didn't have anywhere else to turn, Disney was there for me. They soon found out my true identity and threatened to send me back for experimentation if I did not meet their demands, to work for them on the inside. They had tasked me with overseeing the TikTok creator Judyhopsl0ver69's, who had began making creative content regarding an entity of Walt Disney Corporation.
He's a 10, but he has a criminal record.
Why did I find this portrait in your room, and what's this white stuff on it?
Escucha las palabras de las brujas, los secretos escondidos en la noche.
Nick, that's not real, is it?
It is. Just a couple of virgins chilling in a bathtub.
Disney knew what Nick was doing, and they didn't like it.
Hello, my name is Nick, but I am professionally known as Judyhopsl0ver69 on TikTok. Recently, I got a very scary, very threatening Instagram DM from Disney.
He is ruining the company image.
I am begging you to reconsider.
No, there is no if, and, or but. He must be stopped.
Little did I know that I would develop feelings for Nicholas. Feelings which have never been reciprocated.
Help desk is actually how can I assist you today?
Hi, my name is Nick, and I'm just going to ask, do you know anything about the Judy Hops animatronic?
Hi, yes, this is Kimberly with Walt Disney. How can I help you today?
Hi, this is Nick, also known as Judyhopsl0ver69's.
Disney found out about this and threatened me to stop, but I couldn't, no matter how hard I tried.
Hey, Nick, tell everyone about your furry TikTok account.
Marina, stop! Okay, it's not funny, I'm not a furry!
Disney had planned to take out Nicholas at the Zootopia 2 premiere, claiming that was a liability to the company. And they wanted me to do it. But they didn't know that I was playing my own game as well. Under my fake identity, I enrolled at the same university in which Nicholas attends, trying to win his love by being a stranger, a friend, in his major. Although we went from acquaintances to friends to roommates, our relationship did not grow the way I wanted it to. I was there in his videos, in his sketches, in his skits, always watching from the back.
All right, Nick, before we wrap up for today, is there anything else you would like to cover in today's session?
Actually, yeah, there is.
Nick? Are you in there? No.
But he never seemed to notice me. Somehow, Nick found out about the plan for his demise, and he decided to take matters into his own hands before we could do anything to him, by faking his own death.
Hello, fans of Judyhopsl0ver. Nick has sadly passed away after a tragic accident.
He convinced everyone, including me, and got his family, even his sibling, to corroborate the lie. I thought Disney had finally gotten to him before I could save him. I was at a loss for words. I thought I'd lost him for good. And when I found out that he was faking it, I snapped.
For stealing over $13,000 of intellectual property from the Walt Disney Store.
But Disney found a way to get him back.
I stood trial before a judge, and the judge declared me too insane to testify.
I tried to help him. I did. But he wasn't listening. So I took him to the place that ruined my life, hoping that he would come to his senses. I tried to throw everyone, including Disney, off my trail.
All while he was facing the same horrors I once faced.
But people were smarter than I expected.
I don't know if this message is gonna get out there.
He was smart. He asked for help, and people started listening.
If anyone has any information, please let me know!
I was able to stop some of them, but not all. My plan was unraveling.
In the end, he couldn't love me the way that I loved him. And I will never understand why. The guilt and pain got too much. I saw what I did to him. So I let him go. Despite everything, I let him go.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not here to hurt you, Nick. All I've ever wanted was to love and be loved by you. And I'm sorry that we couldn't have that. But I wouldn't do anything differently if I could.
But I feel we'll see each other again.
And also, I'm going to do another one here with Judyhopsl0ver's explanation, so skip here if you don't want to watch it.
Hello. I'm here to explain it all, including me faking my own death and then my subsequent kidnapping by my ex-roommate, Marina Jansen. I want to start off talking about how I met Marina, and honestly, I don't really remember. What I can tell you is that we started off just as classmates. We went to the same school, we were in the same major, and from there, over the years, we slowly became friends. And then really good friends. And then this year, I asked them if they wanted to be my roommate because I loved and trusted them that much. Never in the time that we stayed friends and roommates did I expect that there were ulterior motives from them. And I think that that's the scariest part, is that they were able to mesh and merge into my life so easily without me ever suspecting that there was something sinister. I now know that everything was staged, including Marina going to the same school as me, Marina enrolling in the same major as me, Marina becoming my friend and my roommate. Everything was staged and planned by not only Marina, but also by the Walt Disney Corporation, and it was a plan to take me out, to literally me. And that's really scary. When the question is posed to me of whether or not I ever suspected that Marina had feelings for me, there were a couple times when I maybe suspected, and maybe honestly I should have known better, but honestly no. They kept everything under wraps, including their real identity, because I guess their name isn't even Marina, it's actually Abigail. And they grew up in Area 51, and their whole, not only just relationship with me, but also their whole life was a ploy, was fake. I'm gonna need to do part 2. Part 2 of me faking my own death and then my subsequent kidnapping. So now I want to explain why I faked my own death. And this is me publicly admitting that I did fake my own death. So you caught me. Ultimately, I faked my own death so I could escape the grips of the Walt Disney Corporation and also Ginnifer Goodwin's restraining order and lawsuit. So basically, I have about 17 and counting lawsuits against me from the Walt Disney Corporation, all in all totaling about 13 million USD dollars, which is money that I don't have. I also have a restraining order out against me from Ginnifer Goodwin. And if you don't know who Ginnifer Goodwin is, she voices Judy Hops from Zootopia. And I actually received special message from her security team telling me that if I ever came within 100 feet of her, I would, quote unquote, never see the light of day. Clearly, I'm in a lot of legal trouble. And I thought that the best way to go about that would be to fake my own death, so that I could escape the lawsuits, the money I owe, and the restraining order. So ultimately, that's why I did it. However, what I didn't know is that I was looking for danger in the wrong places, okay? I thought that Disney was out to get me, but really it was Marina that I should have been worried about, because not only was Marina my close friend and roommate working for Disney, but they also had ulterior motives of their own, which was that they were in love with me and they wanted to kidnap me, which they did, and I will get into that in the next part. Part 3 of me faking my own death and then my subsequent kidnapping. Okay, so after I faked my own death, I decided that what I did in reference to faking my own death was actually pretty dramatic, to be honest, and also didn't really solve any of my problems, because then all my financial fees, all my legal fees would just go to my family. And the one thing that I don't want to be in life is a burden. So about 3 days later, I decided to drop the bit and come back. So what's important to note is at this point in the story, I am still fully, completely in control of what I post on TikTok, and I am still, free from being kidnapped. Then, about a day after I come back from the dead, I am approached by the NYPD in New York City, and I am intimidated by them, and I am told that someone is very unhappy with my rise to power and wants to see me fall. I thought this someone was in reference to the Walt Disney Corporation. I thought Walt Disney was in cahoots with the NYPD. However, I was wrong. The next day, I was arrested by the NYPD at my house, and I thought that after I was arrested, I would, go to jail, because that's what happens when you get arrested. I've been arrested a few times. However, they did not take me to jail, okay? They took me across state lines. They took me across multiple state lines. They took me through Ohio, and I'm banned from Ohio, so I don't know how they got to do that. They took me to Nevada. And who was waiting there? Marina. It is there that Marina stripped me of all my belongings and silenced me in every way that a person can silence someone. And it is there that they shared with me that their real name was Abigail, and that they were the product of many experiments gone wrong in Area 51. Marina/Abigail was so furious with me for faking my own death that they thought the only just punishment that I deserved was to undergo the same awful, unethical experiments that they underwent as a child and growing up. The things that I faced in Nevada, the horrors that I saw within the walls of Area 51 are horrors that I don't think I'm ready to speak about now. And I don't know if I'll ever be ready to speak about them. But just know that it was awful. I have to do a part 4. Part 4 of me faking my own death and then my subsequent kidnapping. So a few days into my Area 51 expedition, aka me getting brutally tortured, people start to catch on. My family notices that I haven't been coming home. People in my life start to notice that they haven't heard from me and get worried. People are catching on to Marina fast. So this is when Marina gives me my phone and gives me very clear instructions to post on my TikTok account, as if everything is normal, so that I don't raise alarms. So I want to clarify that every single video post me getting arrested was not under my control, okay? That was being posted by force, the force being Marina. However, I knew that if I did not start to send off alarms and send out signals that I was not okay, that I would live and die in Area 51, okay? So I started dropping hints, and you guys, like the masterminds that you are, started to uncover them, started to go, oh wait, he's acting a little bit weird, he's acting a little bit suspicious. And the hints, got more and more intense to the point where I gave you guys a crossword puzzle. I gave you guys a number to call. I started working with other creators who were also in on helping me escape Marina's grip, escape my kidnapper. I did everything that I could to get out of there. And I have you guys to thank, because honestly, if you guys didn't start to pick up my hints, I don't know where I would be at this point. However, after Jake Shane got involved and gave his hint, Marina caught on that I wasn't necessarily being truthful in what I was posting, and that I wasn't necessarily just posting as if everything was normal. And that's when they took my phone away. And this is when things start to go downhill. Part 5 of me faking my own death and then my subsequent kidnapping. After Marina took my phone, things were dire, okay? I had no way to communicate with the outside world, and I was terrified that I would fade into obscurity and people would think that I was fine or just move on from the situation, being content with the fact that they hadn't heard anything from me. So I knew I had to act, and I knew I had to act fast, okay? When I was being held captive by Marina, I was fed twice a day. Once for breakfast and once for dinner. So the next time that Marina came in, this happened to be breakfast, I stole my phone from their back pocket, okay? And I waited a couple hours to hope that the coast was clear, and then I filmed a video. And that video is the video that I posted on this TikTok. The video was calling for help and giving you guys the address of the place that I was being held captive at. However, Marina must have heard that I was filming a video because then they opened the door and they came in. I tried to hide, but they found me. And this is when I knew that opportunity had struck in me, because they were inside the room and the door was wide open. So without hesitation, I bolted. I ran to the door and I shut it behind them and locked it behind them. And I ran. I ran as fast as I could throughout the night, okay? I had never been to Nevada before this whole thing, so I had no clue where I was going, but I was just running. I was running as fast as I could. And the thing is, the experiments that Marina ran on me in Area 51 must have altered my body strengths in some way, because I, for that night and for that night only, had superhuman speed. Okay, from the hours of 12 a.m. to 5 a.m., I made it from Nevada to New Jersey on foot, okay? Ran as fast as I could. That's not possible for a person to do. That's not possible for a car to do. That's about how fast it takes a plane to get from Nevada to New Jersey. So I don't know what happened to me, but I might be some freak now. So that's cool. But I knew that Marina was hot. On my tail, despite the fact that I locked them in a locked room, because I could hear their voice taunting me every single mile that I ran. And I swear to God, somewhere in the Ohio area, I saw them. And then I ran into them in New Jersey. In New Jersey, I was trapped by a no trespassing fence. And then I heard a twig snap, and I looked over and I saw a Judyhopsl0ver69's head on the ground. And I knew that that could only mean one thing. And then I looked about 10 feet to the right, and I saw Marina. And I thought that at this point, it was over for me. But they walked right up to me. They put their hand on my shoulder and they said, "I release you." And then they walked away. Little did I know at that time, but Marina was letting me go, and not only letting me go, but also taking accountability for every single crime that I had committed against Walt Disney and every single lawsuit that I was involved in with Walt Disney. And I still don't really know why they did that. I think maybe because they felt bad, but yeah, I don't know. Part 6 of me faking my own death and my subsequent kidnapping, this should be the last part. So after Marina let me go, I wasn't really sure what to do with myself. I wasn't sure if I was safe. I didn't feel safe, so I decided the only thing to do was to go back to where this all started. The Big Apple. New York City, baby. And I decided to take solace on a random person's rooftop in Brooklyn. After a few days of no contact from Marina or Walt Disney, I thought that I was safe and free from the shackles of Walt Disney and from the kidnapping of Marina Jansen. So it is then that I decide to make a video declaring that I have escaped and that I'm safe and free. While I'm making this video, I feel a hand on my shoulder. And I look over, and who is it other than Marina? I immediately think the worst. I think that they're there to take me back to Area 51 and experiment on me. I immediately think sinisterly of them. So naturally, I kick and I shove and I push and I fight against them. And I end up throwing them off of the rooftop. The body that you saw on the ground in my TikTok video was not my body. It was theirs. It is only now that I understand that Marina wasn't trying to hurt me or kidnap me again. They were trying to say goodbye. They were trying to give me a hug. Yeah. The funny thing is, though, when I ultimately came down from the rooftop, their body was gone. So they could still be out there. I kind of doubt it, though. So yeah, I think by all accounts, that's everything you need to know. It's been a wild ride, and I feel lucky to still be here. And I think I have Marina to thank for that. So wherever you are, Marina, thank you.
While all major lore in the main story has stopped, there's still a minor story going on. First, I'm going to show you this video.
Hey guys, I want to take a minute to have a somewhat serious conversation about the state of my TikTok over the past 2 weeks, or at least as serious of a conversation as we can have about it. So I want to start off by saying that I am safe. I have always been safe. So if you had any lingering concerns or questions about whether this is real or not, let me assure you, none of it was real. I also want to say that Marina is my real life friend and roommate. They are not my assailant, and they are not my kidnapper. So if you feel any negativity towards Marina or have felt inclined to leave not so nice comments towards them, please stop doing that. Because they are my friend, they were in on the joke. I think the people who have been interacting with my content fall into a few different camps. The first camp is people who know my content and know that what I'm doing is, for the most part, a joke, and then play into it and kind of add to the fun because it's fun. Then I think there are people who don't know my content and aren't familiar with me, but pick up pretty quickly through context clues that it's a joke or it's satire, and then either play along with it or just swipe because it's not their thing. Then the third camp of people are people who are not familiar with me and see my content and believe it to be real for whatever reason. And when they find out that it's not real, they get angry with me. And first of all, I just want to say that I understand the topics that I was satirizing are pretty heavy topics, and I understand if you have a personal sensitivity towards death or kidnapping, that you might take one look at my content and think, wow, he's a jerk. And I want to say that I am sorry if I made any of you feel like I was making light of your sensitivity or of your personal experience. That was ultimately not the goal of what I was doing. But I also want to recognize that when I am making satire content or troll content, I'm never trying to punch down, as in I'm never trying to go after marginalized people or people with sensitivities or people with personal trauma. That's never my intention or my goal. The person that I'm almost always satirizing or making the butt of my jokes is myself. And I recognize that that can go too far and that I can cross lines. And if I have crossed the lines, I am willing to take accountability for that. But I am also trying to make the case for the fact that there is an ethical way to do satire content. And I'm trying to follow those guidelines to the best of my ability. Ultimately, the goal of my kidnapping series, if you want to call it that, was to have fun and was to make this crazy, stupid storyline and to get you guys, the people watching this video, involved in some way. And I think for the most part, it was pretty successful. But I also wanted to make this video to recognize the fact that not everyone was happy with what I was doing. And to say that I'm sorry if you felt personally attacked by the series and that was not my intention. I'm going to go back to making my normal content now, if you can call it normal. I just wanted to come on here and clarify things. So, thanks.
So we can see if anyone has had any concerns in the past with him not being safe. He's been safe. It's all good. He explains everything away. But one of the last videos he posted was about him doing something with a thing. I'll link the two videos I can't show in the description, but other than that, it's pretty normal. Recently, though, he has decided to run for president of the United States, but other than that, nothing has been going on, so I guess that's all for the lore?
It is with great fear for our democracy that I announce on today, July 4th, 2024, that I, Judyhopsl0ver69, will be running for president. Our country is in shambles and we have two terrible candidates on both sides of the aisle, and I really do think it is my time to step up. A lot of you have been asking if Marina will be my vice president, and as picture perfect as that would be, Marina is currently under the age of 35, so they are ineligible for the ticket. However, don't worry, I have a wonderful vice president lined up, and that is my good friend Bryn. For the sake of optics for the campaign, I will be legally changing my name to Bradley Uppercrust III, and Bryn will be legally changing hers to Max, just because we figure it's a better pairing, and then we can use the ship edits as promo. Speaking of promo, this is the current banner that we plan to use. The current platform we'll be running on is abolishing the police, legalizing every single drug, and making both Zootopia and Zootopia 2 release days national holidays. We are, however, currently struggling with a slogan for the campaign, so if you guys could comment your suggestions, that would be really appreciated. I'll see you at the polls this November.
Okay, so in both of those videos, it explains what I've gotten... Okay, so in both of those videos, it explains what I've gotten wrong. Now it's time to go back and fix what I missed in this video, and yeah. Okay, so in Marina's video, they say that they were actually raised... Okay, so in Marina's video, they say that they were actually raised by a dad who worked for the government, and when he ran out of test subjects in Area 51, so I was correct in that theory. They later say that Marina was tested on after he ran out of test subjects. Now, I have another theory for this. Since the Wendigo is official in this story, and so is aliens and the entirety of Area 51, maybe Marina, which I'll be calling them because apparently their real name is actually Abigail, which is based off of a story, I believe. Maybe. I'll talk about that later. Anyways, they eventually snapped because of things Nick was doing. After being threatened to be sent back to Area 51 after escaping by Disney if they didn't do what Disney told them to do, and the assignment that Disney had them do was the Judyhopsl0ver69 situation, and eventually Marina starts to like Nick, but they aren't allowed to do anything about it, and then that's it, and they sort of snap, and then they start to torture Nick by putting him in Area 51 and having him go under the experiments that Marina, Abigail went under. Okay, well, oh my god, that is a lot. In Nick's explanation video, he says how he actually killed Marina in the sort of finale video. So, I guess he did that. Yeah. Okay. This is editing Carter right now, but he posted another video about how he got completely stopped running for president by the CIA. So maybe this is the start of another main story. I don't know, but I'll probably be there when there's another one. So, yeah, I'm just gonna show you the video and it explains itself. So, yeah. Anyways, all of you, this is the end of the video, so I hope you enjoyed it. And hope you don't send any hate to anyone, because why would you, unless you kind of suck? But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later. Bye!